Welcome back to Chicago Cars Direct. Today we're going to spend some time with a truly amazing and awesome car. This is a 2008 Mercedes-Benz CL550 Sport. Under the hood of this CL550, you're going to find Mercedes 5.5 liter V8 engine. Naturally aspirated, this makes 381 horsepower in this tune. Think about that size, 5.5 liter V8 naturally aspirated, ton of low end torque, and at 381 horse, that's a lot of horsepower. This is routed to the 7-speed automatic, which is in turn routed to the rear wheels. I don't want to call this car the two-door version of the S-Class, but essentially it is. I mean, it carries over a lot of the same technology, but the CL is really a large, I'm not going to shy away from that, a large luxury two-door vehicle. Let's take a walk around it. It's absolutely immaculate. And then we're going to take this baby for a spin. Let's get familiar with this car. I'm just going to walk around and give you an idea of the condition. It is stunning and it's all original. I've got a stone chip on the front here to point out, but before I do that, I just wanted to show the front end of this car. It's got the, it's basically a sport package car, but that affects the front end. You got a different spoiler here. You got this mesh grille. Obviously Xenons here are standard, but you can see that housing there. But a lot of great trim comes with the sport package. Now here you can see the Mercedes-Benz, the 3-point star here on the grille is filled in the middle. That is the receiver for the Distronic, which is an automatic cruise control system. And then up here at the top of the windshield, this is the camera for the night vision, which is pretty neat. We'll show you that as well too. But down on the driver's side here, you have a 19-inch wheel. This is a 255/40R19, and this is the wheel that comes on the AMG Sport Package. But stunning, and probably better than 80 to 90% of the tread left. Take a look on the driver's side. You can see on those doors there, you've got a pillarless set of windows there for the front and rear occupants, which makes for a very unique roof line. And then on the rear, you do have a staggered size tire. The one on the rear here is a 275/40R19. They're Continental Sport Contact, all seasons, phenomenal tires. Proper CL550 badging. Again, on the rear, you got the dual outlet exhaust there. Look at that roof line. I mean, look at just the lines on this car as they flow from the front to the back. It really makes the car look as if it's moving standing still. But I don't have anything else beyond that to show. The car really is phenomenal. Got a power trunk on here. And a huge trunk at that. I mean, look how deep that goes. Inside this trunk, I do have the front set of floor mats. Got the passenger and driver here, as well as the rears, all in excellent shape, as you can tell from this picture. But below the floor here, got some extra storage, front license plate bracket if you should need it, and then below that is the untouched spare tire with full jack assembly. Check these seats out. These are the optional multi-contour active adjustment with, I don't know what they call massage. It's some pulse vigorous and whatever. I don't know. Either way, they're probably the best seats I know of. It's like a sharper image massage you get with this car. You got a rolling pin that goes up and down your back. Feels amazing, but obviously the epitome of luxury. I can't think of a car that I can name right now that's a two-door, four-seater that is more luxurious than this car. There's none at all, but ton of ridiculous options. I mean, look at the door here. You can see the stitching through the leather. You got the wood inlay here. These are heated and ventilated. Got a ton of seat options here. And also you got your power trunk release right there, and the badge for the 5.1 surround Harman Kardon sound system. These seats, if I hit the seat button down here, it's going to pop on my seat display here. You've got a bunch of customizable options here, like the seat sides. I'm going to tighten those a little bit. It's almost instant in the way this thing reacts. I'm going to give myself a quick bear hug here, which actually feels really good. Take it back to 15. Lumbar won't adjust. Shoulders, I'm going to turn that to meet my shoulders. Oh, does that feel amazing. Driver's dynamic seat, that basically means the bolsters are going to hold me in place during more active cornering. And then pulse mode, my absolute favorite. This is the massage function. So number 4 is fast and vigorous. You get a nice lower lumbar massage right now, and I can actually feel the rolling pin is starting at the very bottom and going over my back. Oh, this feels so nice. Just Just for starters, I mean, the overlay in here, everything is absolutely spectacular quality. High quality materials, woven headliner all the way down to the heated wood wheel. Actually, I'll flip that on so I can keep my hands up. But as far as safety, advancement, technology, this car probably has everything. I'll go over what the fun stuff is actually to look at. On your cruise control stalk here, which is typical to any Mercedes-Benz, you actually have an adjustment here for the distance on the Distronic Plus cruise control. If I turn this on, you can see it's going to give me a distance reading right there inside the speedometer, so that I can set my distance with the car in front of me or behind, but obviously we're not moving, so it won't activate. And speaking of, that's actually, in this range here, that's essentially a television set. It's just a liquid crystal display, but you can breeze through a bunch of settings and options right on the screen there. And you can actually have your navigation instructions put right in the middle there. But what's really remarkable, and if you keep your eye on that, I'm going to hit the night vision system. Check that out. There's our Cayenne sitting right in front of us. And even if I wanted to move the car forward, you can actually see as we drive, it's real time. And it's infrared. If it was dark in here, it would be nice and easy to see. But that's nuts. While we back up, you can actually see the backup camera there working on the nav screen. But I'm going to go ahead and throw this baby in park. This really is probably one of the most remarkable displays of anything I've seen. But awesome steering wheel. You can see the stitching right along here. Wood at the top and bottom. And this is powered tilt and telescope as well, all part of the memory. Dead center here, you've got essentially what they call the command system. Now they've called it that forever, but this is the first iteration that I have to say I really do like. You've got a screen here that essentially uses this entire interface down here to control all these options. You got navigation, got your audio system, which by the way, if I click on audio here, it's going to show satellite radio. We got the CD changer in-dash right here. DVD audio, not sure what that is. We can take a look at the manual later. MP3 and auxiliary. You do have an auxiliary connection, because the auxiliary connection is essentially a factory iPod adapter, which is pretty sweet because I'm an iPhone guy. Telephone, you do have Bluetooth adaptivity, so you could actually upload your phone book right into here. That should not be too hard to do. And then vehicle here, this will walk you through all the convenience options on the car, which is pretty neat because obviously that's a very clear display. And as complicated as somebody might think this interface is, it's actually one of the easiest ones I've seen of any of these in any of these big old cars. Dual zone climate control right in front here. As stated before, you've got a 6-disc CD changer here, also with a separate memory card slot in there. It's for a full-size SD card, in case you want to just listen to MP3 files off of that. And then right above my head here, you're going to find the factory power moonroof. Getting in is a breeze here. The seat just moves forward under its own power, and then I can step myself in back here. These are comfy, and not only that, these are really comfy, Dave. Actually, I haven't sat back here. Got a full folding armrest here. There you can see, got a lot of nice storage. Couple cup holders there. Some extra storage here in the console, and then behind me, I can raise these headrests up if I so choose. I can do it manual or power, and then I can power drop them, and then I also have the rear seat
sunshade.
Rear sunshade. Well, we're cruising on the highway. We're going at highway legal speeds, obviously. But this is a very comfortable car that I would definitely say would probably be the road equivalent of driving a Learjet. It is ultimately comfortable. It is very, very powerful. It's heavy at all of its responses. It's big, and it doesn't make you think otherwise. It handles very nimbly, don't get me wrong. We're coming up on kind of a longer curve here. I've got my active seat dialed in, so the bolsters are actually holding me in place as we go around this curve. They're also doing that to Dangerous Dave. He's just not saying anything about it right now. But even as we come around, we're going at a very good clip, but I mean, it launches, but it just launches so smoothly. It's like it pours the power on. After all, this is a 7-speed automatic, so it's going to have a great range of ratios to pick from when you do hit that downshift button, but this is pretty sweet. This is really sweet. I have to say this is my favorite big car. The blind spot thing just lit up. Basically, as you drive along here, it's got the blind spot warning. There's a little triangle on the... There it is. So this LR3, LR2 Land Rover here that's about to appear in your view, still on red, and now it's out. So it basically will walk the car. There's another one right there. Just walks the cars right through your blind spot. It's really cool. So you don't even have to turn your head to make sure your car's even cleared. Like, they do everything for you on these. That's awesome. Distronic Cruise, pretty cool as well. We can set that to whatever setting we want. I just set it to 80, and we're going 58. So I'll change the distance here between ourselves and this fine gentleman in front of us in the Trans Am. Hi, blind spot friend. You can see I got the nav screen on here. Shows exactly where we're at, but we're just out driving. And I should say I'm lucky to be out driving because this car really is a joy. I mean, you really want to just find the longest possible way to go wherever you're going, because to spend time behind the wheel of this thing really is amazing. I don't know why anybody would ever get rid of this car. And that's a huge compliment to it. I just noticed a couple other things that I actually didn't point out. This car does have a height adjustable suspension. If you hit this button, it'll raise. And also front and rear park distance control with the backup camera, which we saw. But I'm as comfy as can be. But look at the decor of this car. I mean, look at the stitching on the top of the dashboard. I mean, everything that your eye falls on that's part of the car is super high quality wood. This is all really well polished. Up here you got a beautiful, I almost call it a watch. It looks like a watch, but it's a clock. And a really simple array of buttons. This whole interface down here, you know, you've got the headrests in the back, you got your comfort and sport mode that you're in. Actually, let's go to comfort. We've been in sport mode this whole time. It would be even sloppier on the shifting and softer on the ride. But, I mean, I couldn't be happier. Really probably could not be happier right now behind the wheel of any other car. I wouldn't trade this probably for anything right now. It's pretty slick. This car actually has a manual shift mode, which is pretty cool, but second gear, just listen to this V8 in the third. I mean, this is a pinnacle of engineering, meaning it's everything that's good about a great car. That's probably the best way to put it. It's everything that's good about a great car. The technology, the usability of it, I mean, this whole user interface is really simple to use, and the comfort is, I mean, think about it, this is dead quiet. There's no sound in this car. I mean, this is Lexus LS quiet, and I'm just not used to that. I'm really, really not used to that in Mercedes-Benz. They're quiet, but this is refinement with agility, which is what I've always said is BMW's hallmark. I don't know so much anymore. If you deny it, this car isn't just absolutely stunning in every possible way. I mean, you obviously probably don't enjoy cars like I do, which means this isn't a car for you. But I've really had limited exposure to this car. It's so new to the marketplace and it's such a rare and limited vehicle. You don't see many of them. Just us out being on a ride, we got a lot of looks out there, a lot of thumbs up, and that says a lot about this car. But as far as a two-door motoring experience, I don't think there's a better car out there that duplicates this kind of driving experience. Not even the Bentley Continental. Just so you know, I've got a couple great pieces of information here in my hand. I got the Carfax and AutoCheck vehicle history report. It's a one-owner car. As you'd expect with a 13,000 mile 08, but nothing really to show here. And it is in exceptional condition. I mean, even smells new on the interior, and there's nowhere to speak of in here. Everything works perfectly on probably one of the best looking two-door cars, if not the best looking two-door car on the road. But check out our website. You'll find us at chicagocarsdirect.com, where you'll find better than 60 pictures of this beautiful CL550. When you're done there, check out our YouTube channel. You'll find us at youtube.com/chicagocarsdirect. We're also on Facebook. Find us there, Chicago Cars Direct. Thanks for spending some time with us in this stunning car. Might have to go around the block one more time just with the camera off. We'll see you next time.